We are live. BCA Radio. I'm Phil Kramer along with Jolene Jaworski. Jolene.
Hello.
Hi.
What's
How
up,
are
Phil?
you? March Madness.
March Madness opening day. How fun is this?
The big event is here. This is one of our biggest events of the year. Is it our biggest or is it?
Oh, by far.
By far the biggest
event. Well, it depends what you mean big. I mean, attendance, yes.
Attendance and the amount of planning. See, we are going to experience today. I'm going to experience something 'cause I'm like a fish in an aquarium because everyone's coming by and they're making faces and stuff like that. If I knew this, I would sit on your side and not this one. But
although I don't like not being able to see everyone. There's some amazing people here today.
This is a great crowd. And
amazing.
It's just getting started.
Literally just getting started. Doors opened about an hour ago, and I think we got about 200 people came through already. Already.
And we're expecting how many today?
Over 600.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's just do a second on, let's talk about why we're broadcasting and what our intent for doing that would be. This is a continuation. This is our first live show of a continuation of a series that we do called BCA Radio. And BCA Radio is an internal podcast that we do within our group.
Yeah, just for members. Members' ears only.
Members' ears only. So what it does is it allows our members to be able to freely and openly take or participate in an interview, which in turn allows other people in the group to know who they are in a way that would really take a lot more time than.
Yeah, and sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to share with everyone because Phil's not going to say it, but Phil and Keith Baldwin, who unfortunately couldn't be with us today, he is on a river cruise. Shout out to Keith Baldwin. Keith and Phil came up with this idea about a year ago. Came to me with it, and it couldn't fit any better with what BCA is. I mean, BCA is about building relationships. So if we can continue to find ways for everyone to get to know each other better, and how much better can you get someone after like an hour interview?
Yep.
Really digging in.
Really digging in. And having those people be as honest as they possibly can.
Yes.
And the result of that, what it yields an opportunity for everyone in this group to know each other in an accelerated fashion.
Yep.
And that's the name of our game.
And to learn things that you thought you like would never learn about someone.
You would never know.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that, and I have asked this few, but if you ask someone about an interview, a particular interview that we've done, what's so interesting is that they said, I never knew. They started off with, I never knew.
Never knew that about you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
and Phil and you and Keith have done an amazing job. The idea was an amazing idea. It just fits with BCA. And you've grown as the odd couple, hosting these podcasts. But yes, there you go. But honestly, you've done a great job. And as Phil said, this is the first time we're opening it up beyond BCA walls to the public. So we're going to have a little fun today. Not going to be long interviews. We're not going to get deep into, people's psyche as you guys do in normal BCA radio. Today's about having fun.
We're going to have fun.
We're going to pull back the curtains. We are sitting here at CTYO in the Sierra Center in Philadelphia. We're going to be bringing in shortly the owner of CTYO PHL, John New, talk about this amazing facility and venue that we're at, and give a little history of this event. But more importantly, we're going to have a little fun, get to know some of these amazing people who are here today, and maybe talk a little basketball. I mean, it is March Madness opening day.
It is March Madness. And just before we get started, and I know this is audio, not video, but I'm wearing my Temple stuff. I don't care if that Temple or any other Philadelphia team is not in this year.
Sad year.
It is a sad year. This is the first time that
in 40 years, I think.
Yeah, that we were not represented. So usually when you come to these events, there's a faction of a group. Yeah.
Usually Villanova.
But today that's not the case. And so we
had some Penn State.
True.
Few Penn State.
But what we've seen today is people said, screw it. We'll wear our stuff anyway.
As you should.
That's what I did.
You're a real fan. You're not a bandwagon fan.
There you go. Excellent. So one of the things, let me comment on what you said. This facility is absolutely first-rate, amazing space. Then
look at where we're sitting right now.
And I was just going to say, specifically, we are in a single-purpose podcasting room, which is just phenomenal. It is not only laid out super well, but it is pretty much it's just perfect for what we're doing. It's
built for podcasts, and CTYO did an amazing job. I mean, there are hundreds of people behind us, and we shut the door, and I can't hear a thing.
No, the soundproofing in this room is amazing. Amazing.
It's an amazing facility they built, and we're happy to be back here. And I won't go too much into the history of this venue because we'll wait for John New to get in here.
Yeah. So John's going to come in while he's joining us. One of the things that we have today, and we haven't unveiled it yet, but we do have someone that's going to be moving around. Steve Jeffries will be our on-the-fly reporter
Steve
today.
Jeffries, Tri-State Precision, amazing, long-time BCA member and board member. We're excited he's going to join us. He is a man on the mic. He's built for the mic. So we're excited to bring him in a little bit later. And like Phil said, he's going to be roaming around. And
who knows what's going to happen.
Who knows?
And look who just showed up.
We're gonna find out.
And we are here with John.
Hey, guys.
Hey, John. Join us.
We're co-hosts. Yeah.
Jolene and I haven't worked together like this before. So
I'm usually producing. I'm usually behind the scenes.
I usually have to turn around and see if she approves of what we are.
If he's gone too far.
If I've gone too far, yes. So while these guys are jumping in, tell us a little bit about this year's event. Like, what are some of the things that we have here? What's different? What's new?
Well, it's exciting because, as John will tell you in a little bit, we've been at two of his venues for this event. So this is the first time we're coming back here in a while. So it's really exciting to be back at this venue. There's some new layout changes, which really opened up the floor plan for us to do some fun things, like a 4-person Pop-A-Shot. So we're definitely going to have some competition because, this is a competitive group. So we're definitely have some competition. We have a liquid nitrogen ice cream experience.
What is
liquid
that?
Nitrogen ice cream experience.
Tell me.
Yes. So that big machine right there, I wish we had video. That big machine literally whips up some ice cream with infused liquid nitrogen. So it makes, it's for show. It's a big cloud of nitrogen that pops up. It's really, but amazing ice cream. That's the end of the day. It makes amazing ice cream. And we got lots of other things that I'll talk about in a little bit.
Awesome. So, John, why don't you tell us about this awesome facility? First of all, thank you for having us.
John New, longtime BCA member. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's great to have it back here.
Yes, it
I think
is.
the first one was
2009.
2009. Yeah,
2009.
So nearly almost 15 years, and it's great. So this was the second hub of our 5 hubs, and we had it until we sold in 2016, and then since then we've had it at the hub 4 Falls in Conshohocken, which has been great. But it's great to have it back here. But we have repositioned, now that we've reopened in last year, as CTYO PHL. So CTYO is a little better?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
There you go.
Yeah. Bring it close. Yep, you got it.
We want everyone to hear you.
Yep. So CTYO is a reimagined hub with added emphasis on accommodating the life sciences, the eds and meds corridor, as a membership-driven organization with our 3 basic tenets of learn, meet, and connect. So with us is Brian Riggs, the CEO of
Brian.
Welcome,
CTYO.
Good afternoon. Great to be here.
Welcome.
But it's just awesome. So we've reskinned it here to kind of make it really welcoming and science-focused, and just already off and running. It's been about a year since it's been operational, and just been great. We had a 500-person event just last week for Spark's announcement with the launch of the Life Sciences Tower, a 99-year lease with Drexel. And what's really neat for us Philadelphians is that the city of Philadelphia, 6th largest in the nation, has 33 million square feet of office space. Under construction here, all the cranes we see around us, 21 million square feet of lab and life sciences space.
Wow.
This is going to be, this is the wave underway to help reinvigorate this great city. And it's neat to be here at this nexus. So Brandywine REIT, our partners here, the owner of Sierra, has $50 million connected to in that stairwell just the side of CTYO here in wet lab space. So Jaworski Therapeutics can rent space from there, launch their new finding, whatever it is, and accelerate that entire clinical research process
Right here.
to get to market right here.
That's fantastic.
So shared space for scientists and pharmaceutical companies or whoever needs lab space.
Correct. And then we repurposed the rest of our old hub locations in Montgomery County. So Cytomonco, former work Mercanci, is now our Montgomery County hub. Our partners, B Labs and PA Biotech Center. We've got a site of Bucks County. We're exploring some places in New Jersey, and then about 10 other locations throughout the region. So it's really exciting, and just excited as heck to bring on Brian Riggs as CEO of Cyto. But Brian, you want to share a little bit about your background and what you guys do?
Sure.
Tell us who you are, Brian.
Well, I am. My name is Brian Riggs. I was born and raised in Marlton, so I'm a local Jerseyite, Greater Philadelphia citizen. And my company manages nonprofit trade associations, foundations, and medical societies. And I've been in that business for about 20 years. Prior to that, I was a historian at the National Constitution Center, where I really learned the importance of narrative and story and the ability for organizations to tell their story. And so from the Constitution Center, I went into association management, learned how important communities of interest were, and have since been designing and creating communities of interest around primarily life sciences. And so I met John in the summer of 2022. He was talking about this space in terms of what his vision was, and more than just a place for people to come and perhaps meet. Cyto PHL and all Cyto locations will be a home for all life science professionals. So coming off the pandemic, we've seen a bit of isolationism in terms of individuals and professionals' ability to network, to connect, to be a part of something greater than their lab or their immediate environment. And we'll be that place. We plan to offer educational opportunities, professional development opportunities, social events, including the lab, the science of vodka, for example. We've identified 10 vertical markets within the life science community, and we're approaching all regional companies within each of those vertical markets and inviting them to become a part of our membership community.
It's amazing, and I never think about that. All these, whatever life science you're in in a bubble. You're in your own place, your own office, wherever it is, in a bubble, and you're not collaborating, and you don't have that brain trust to maybe help you propel forward.
Yeah, for sure. And I think you used the word collaboration. And in 2019, we were all, prior to 2019-20, we were all in our own bubbles, right? We had our spheres. And then we entered into the pandemic, and coming out of it, there's a big question mark around how are our young professionals going to meet others and share ideas and get inspired and inspire others. And so from a regional perspective, we want to be the place where that happens. So the young leader at Spark, right across the way, for example, who spends the day with other employees at Spark, can come here for an event, whether it's professional development or learning, and meet someone from FMC, or even more importantly, someone from the fringe of the life science industry, maybe someone who's investing in startups. And
that's significant. Being able to have those interactions are significant.
Yeah, it's incredible, actually.
Really.
It's something we took for granted, and I think it's something that at least the groups that I'm working with, we're seeing that deficit, and we're seeing the opportunity to play a role in bringing these professionals together.
Yeah. And I think it's really important for everyone listening, and I hope that the people who are here today also listen to this later, because, as John has said when we were planning this event, I want to make sure people know that this space is more than just come and watch basketball and drink beer. And you guys, thank you for shedding some light on what you guys are doing, the programming you're doing. And again, for those who can't be here, it is an amazing space, and there's so much going on beyond the physical of what you see. So I can't thank you guys enough for, number one, hosting us today, but also for sharing, what you're working on. And we hope that, our collaboration, our partnership, we can help in any way that we can moving forward.
Yeah, it's really great. And we didn't mention that Brian and I connected from a fellow BCAer from Jeff Passell.
Oh,
So,
nice.
So Brian's been doing BCA things for a while.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't know Jeff.
I've been like I use the word fringe. I've been a fringe member for many years.
Yeah.
I've been really
An honorary member.
Oh, it's even better.
Yeah,
It's even better.
yeah.
Well, one thing I will mention, though, beyond the physical space, we plan to launch our virtual community in 2023.
Okay.
So what you do here and who you meet, you can carry on beyond.
Love it.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's
Love it.
fantastic. No, I love what you guys are doing. I love this facility. I appreciate what you do. And thank you guys for hosting us here today and letting us be able to do this. We think it's fantastic. We love it. And let's do more stuff together like this
Absolutely.
in the future.
And again, John has been hosting us, at his facility since 2009. And we also have with us, who just joining us in the room, Alan
The
Gries
OG.
from Gibbons, the OG.
Yeah.
The OG. So, Alan, you want to join us and tell
Thanks,
us a little
guys.
bit?
All right,
Thank you,
guys.
Brian.
We
Thank you,
appreciate
John.
it. And we will see you soon outside when we're done.
CTYO PHL. All right, so Alan, managing partner of Philadelphia office of Gibbons PC, was literally the original founder of March Madness Event.
Oh.
Original. So we're excited to talk a little bit with Alan about, how Alan and I remember Alan collaborating with you on what to do. Like we wanted to come up with an event for his firm, for some of his people, to continue to pay forward the BCA message of relationships. And, it's an interesting stat that most people know this, but this day, opening day of March Madness, is deemed the most unproductive day in corporate America.
Yes.
And the statistic I found is almost 1.9 billion is lost in wages and in productivity on this day alone in corporate America.
And we are happy to contribute to that.
Well, today we are here doing a little bit of both. It's a good
That's right.
thing.
That's right.
This event really became, a brainchild of Alan and Gibbons, the firm, when we met a long time ago, probably 2008, talking about what we could do for the firm and what kind of event we could host. And this was kind of a no-brainer because people are unproductive anyway. So let's make them productive and still do what they want to do, which is watch basketball and watch their brackets. So, Alan, you want to tell us a little bit about the history and what you remember of the event?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Phil, thanks for having me.
No, thank
Jolene,
you.
Thanks for having me. This is an event that's spectacular. I love it. Some people like Christmas. Some people like Thanksgiving. To me, it's March Madness. First Thursday
Love it.
of the tournament. Absolutely spectacular. Historically, we joined BCA in 2006. I think it was May. And as part of our initial membership, Jolene afforded us the opportunity to do some branding. And we got together and talked about doing a golf outing. And we did that. And it went well, and we did another one the next year. And it was after that second golf outing, Jolene, that you and I sat down and said, okay, this is great. We're having a lot of fun at one of the wonderful Jaworski courses, but there's more that we can do collectively rather than just stepping aside with 4 people for 3 or 4 hours and then having drinks afterwards. So we talked about doing March Madness, and to Jolene's credit and her team's credit, what started off as I think 125 people the first year, at one point got near 1,000.
Yep.
And is so successful now that we kind of had to restrict who
Yep.
we're able to bring to the event, and which has only served to make it all that much more impressive and all that much more rewarding to be a part of.
Yeah.
So let me rewind because I'm obviously the newcomer. What was year one? What was the first year?
2009.
2009.
2009.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
where
we were right
we
here.
were right here.
Right here.
Yep.
First one. So this is like an anniversary edition.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and if you were here then, it was terrific. There was a lot more room to walk around. There was a lot less noise.
A lot more elbow room.
Yeah,
Right.
and it was fun, and you could see the potential it had. How many members were we, Jolene?
Oh,
30?
in 2009. Yeah.
Maybe
yeah, probably
30.
about 30. Yeah.
And
if
now
that.
we're close to 80.
Yeah.
And we've not only increased the number, but the quality of the membership. So
Yep.
with increased quality of membership, we get better guests attending the event.
We do.
It used to be people would kind of pop in and out for an hour. Now people come and they basically stay all day,
Yep.
which is amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
And
amazing.
the quality of people. We intentionally didn't want to fill the room just with people. With bodies. BCA is about decision makers, the business leaders, the movers and shakers of Philadelphia. And we wanted to grow this event, as with everything that we do, with quality people. And you can see it. I mean, walking around today, these are the who's who of Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
You know, these are the movers and shakers, and it's an honor to be in the room with our members, who are obviously
Very
amazing
much
people,
so.
but their guests, who are amazing as well.
And there are other March Madness events going on right now, but I would tell you that
There
almost
are other?
everyone in the city know about this one. And this is one that people try to do their best to get an invitation to if they're not a member.
And that's what Jolene and I wanted to do with this particular broadcast. I mean, we know that everyone can't come, and it's just not feasible for that to happen. And so, how can we bring the spirit and the greatness that we have as a group to the outside, to the world, and to specifically the Philadelphia business community? This is a great event. So I had a question for you, Alan. What was your most favorite moment at all of these different March Madnesses from the beginning, the BCA March Madness? Is there one point that stands out to you, like, I will never forget this?
I can't give you a single moment,
Okay.
other than perhaps the third year when I think our numbers got into about the 300s, and I stepped back and literally stood in the corner and looked out at the group and thought to myself, we've got something very special going on here. So it wasn't a great game that had a traumatic finish to it or a surprising finish. It was just sort of the realization that I had that BCA had built something that was really unique in our business community.
That's the greatest answer, because what he saw, his favorite moment, was seeing the potential that we had as a group.
Yep.
I love that. Love it.
Great moment.
Bam.
Great moment.
Bam.
There have been some fun, I don't want to overshadow that emotional moment, because that's an amazing answer. I remember one year, because we have a guest list, and we're very strict on the guest list. And one year, maybe you knew this, but I didn't. Carl Lewis walked in.
So I was thinking about sharing some
And
of
every
those.
single person was like, that's Carl Lewis. What? I didn't know he was coming. Carl Lewis walked in.
That's a big deal.
And we've had other sports personalities. Carl was amazing, and he didn't just pop in and pop out. He was here all day. He engaged with everybody. We've had the police chief, the fire chief. We've had so many influential Philadelphia figures stop by, not just sporting figures, but obviously when the sporting figures come, they're easily recognizable.
Yeah.
The big five coaches that don't make the tournament
Yep.
have sometimes been able to join us, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And that's just added to sort of the prestige of the event, I think.
Yeah.
And built it as a community event. It's not
Yes.
just BCA members, and it's not just those BCA members that are inviting. It's people within the community that know about who we are, that want to be a part of this event and share it with us. And
Exactly.
I have to chime in here. Not only enjoy the day and enjoy the event, but do something positive in terms of raising funds for Coaches versus Cancer, which is, I think we partnered with them maybe 7 years ago.
Yeah, 2014 was our first year we
Yeah.
partnered with that amazing organization.
And we're going to talk about that before our broadcast is out. We'll especially spend some time on that. So what's your thoughts about no Philly teams in this year?
It is unfortunate. I'm
Isn't
a
it?
Villanova grad, so it was tough to see them kind of crash and burn at the end. But it was a transition year, so that's to be expected. Was hoping Temple would be able to make it. I think they had a decent year, but didn't quite get in. So it's one of those aberrations, and hopefully we'll be back next year with
But
a few teams.
your other team's
I like
in.
the word aberration. That's the way. That's
He's a
what
lawyer.
this
He's
is.
got big words.
Yeah, that's right. So you like the word aberration? That's also for Penn State, which is my other alma
There you
mater.
go. So at least Penn State's in.
Yeah, I'm thrilled that they're in. They're playing great basketball. Love the coach that they have there. He brings, I think, all the excitement that a college program wants. Great leadership, great community outreach. Players love him. Community loves him. So you can't ask for more than that in year 2 of a rebuilding program. So
It's true.
it's a wonderful thing.
So, Alan, thank you so much for stopping by and talking to us today. We really, really appreciate it. It's always, for me, it's a pleasure to see you, but to get you in and to talk
Yeah.
in this environment.
And one thing we didn't mention is Alan is a longtime BCA member, also part of our board of advisors. As he mentioned earlier, been a member since 2006. And we can't thank you enough for everything you've done for BCA. You said you step back and you look at what the potential was, and you single-handedly helped us get to fulfill that potential and helped us fulfill that potential. So thank you for all your support over the years.
And thank you both. Very kind of you. There's no single-handedness. This is a team event. You
It
can't,
really
you
is.
can't do this without all the wonderful people at BCA and all the wonderful members buying into it. And so
Yeah.
it truly is just a great organizational success.
Yeah.
And
Thank
you're
you,
a great guy.
Thank you, Phil.
You got it.
Talk to you guys soon.
Yep.
Thanks, Alan.
My man.
Good job.
See you.
Oh, look
man.
at
Nice transition here.
Oh, look what we have here.
Wait a second.
Look what the
Are we
cat
on
dragged.
already?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Are we on already?
Oh, I gotta
Oh,
get the red
yes.
flag out because we're in trouble here.
Alan, I'm in trouble, pal.
I got done before you took over.
Oh, thank God.
We got a very special guest. I mean, every guest we have today is very special.
But
this
I
is
would
special
say-
in a different kind of way.
Yeah, this one's really special because this one here is one of my faves. Because Dave, you're always one of my faves, and David did a one of our podcasts not terribly long ago, a couple months
Yeah.
ago. And at the end of this podcast, I will tell you that David brought the house down, but he didn't bring just the house down. He brought everyone else's house down too with this one. And there's a special sponsorship that's going on today. So Jolene, guide me in how we should handle this. Should we play?
I don't think there's any way to really handle this. I mean, it
Here.
is what it is. All right.
No, it's all right. Here, I'll get it started. Jolene, pull my finger. Go ahead. Now you can take it from there.
So because David was an esteemed guest of ours on BCA Radio a couple weeks ago, we learned a lot about David. And as Phil said earlier, it's a very vulnerable environment, and you share pretty much everything.
Oh.
Well, Phil shared everything. And because of what he shared, which you will hear, Phil is going to let you hear what he shared. But because of that, we had a perfect sponsorship for David and Young Adjustment.
Yes.
So we are honored that you are our
Yes.
bathroom sponsor
But
for
let's-
March Madness event this year.
But let's show everybody. We're going to take them through a 3 to 4
Me-
minute story.
You know my pictures in the ladies' room?
Let's get.
all over.
We're going to tell them why it's in the ladies' room right now. So everybody, we're going to go back in time for a couple months and join us for this really story. We're going to play it. We're going to keep our mics open so you can hear how hard it is.
Been to Montreal?
Oh, no.
Have you ever listened to this?
Save the best for last.
No. My kids, my
Just
son
you
is
know
like,
this? No.
he's here today and he's like, Dad, I can't believe you're going on again.
All right, fine. Here you go.
Brian, if you're listening,
You
turn it
asked
off.
for it. Here you go. You think things are bad? So first of all, I do not like to fly. As I think most of my friends know that. So I drug myself up to fly. And to the point where when I get on the plane, I'm out cold. I get up when we land, and I can get around. I may not remember everything I did the first day, but I can get around. So my wife had all these plans. She goes, we're going to this Jewish deli in Montreal. And that's the first thing we're going to do. We checked into it might have been like a Ritz-Carlton. It was like a really nice, I remember, real nice hotel. And they didn't have our room ready. So I said, okay, we go. I eat some smoked beef. And I'm like, all right, she goes, all right, I want to take a cab to a museum. Let's go to a museum. So I'm going, all right, you want to go? We'll go to a museum. And I'm not feeling that good. And I walk in, and all of a sudden, my stomach starts to rumble badly to the point where I look at the girl who I just given my credit card to for us to go walk through the museum. I go, where's the bathroom? She goes, it's up there. I go, can I have my card back? And my wife goes, what are you doing? I go, it's too late. It was like vomiting, but I shit myself.
You shit yourself?
I swear to God.
Oh, I got something for that.
Now, now we gotta get a cab to get back to the hotel. Because I shit myself. And she goes, why are we leaving? Why am I leaving? I go, I shit myself. So she goes, what do you mean you shit yourself? I shit myself. So we get in the cab, and I'm like, take us to the, and I throw the money at him, and I'm like, I get out, and I'm like, I didn't even look down to see what what it looked like. We get into the hotel, and the room's not ready yet. And she goes, no, you don't understand. We need a room. It's urgent. I'm standing there with my back up against the wall in the Ritz-Carlton while she's dealing with the front desk. She finally gets us to the room. Guy takes us in the room, brings our luggage up, and he wants to show us everything. And my wife said, no, that's okay. That's okay. She goes, that's okay. So she tips the guy. You done? No. I go into the bathroom.
Just hearing you laugh is more.
I can't stop laughing.
They have a thing where you press a button and the things start coming up at you. The water starts this way, that way. This was in Canada. I didn't know. And I was like telling my wife, I was like, oh, I'm getting clean. And all sorts of buttons, water shooting sideways.
Well, I got to tell you, it was so funny. It was unexpected because the only person who knew what this story was Keith.
Yeah.
And the rest of us did not know. So when I'm listening to this story, I'm like, I know it's going to be funny, but I had no idea where it was going to end up. And so it ended up there, and so a sponsorship has been born from this. So I think we should.
Perfect sponsorship.
So, David, tell us about the sponsorship that you have here.
So I'm the bathroom sponsor, and it's great. It's great.
And
I got to
his
tell you.
face is all over the bathroom.
And they took me in. They took me into the ladies' room to show my pictures all over the place. Then I'm starting to get texts from guys from BELFOR taking pictures in the gender-neutral bathroom. It's a young adjustment company. Said, you made it when you're
when your face
when
the bathroom stall.
When your company name is in there.
Now, is your face on each roll?
All I know is Larry Cohen took one of the faces off, put it on his name tag.
No,
He's walking around. I see it says Larry Cohen, and there's his picture, my picture on his name tag.
That's pretty funny.
There might be a few more of those before the end of the day.
Oh, I can only imagine. No, Joe, you ready to get rid of me?
No.
Jolene was great. Jolene calls me and says, I got a special sponsorship for you. I just want you to, think about it and whatever. She goes, but I think it's going to be really good. And I'm like, okay, what do you need? I'll be, no problem. She says, I want you to be the bathroom sponsor. And I'm like, she goes, oh, it's going to be so funny. So I'm like.
I mean, it couldn't be more perfect.
Yeah, and I'm like, Jolene, because it's you. You got it. It's done.
I mean, it is the most visible place in any event.
I can't believe people are coming up to. They're going. Your face is in the men's room.
I mean, every single person has to go to the bathroom throughout the day, and you sit in the stall, and you got nothing to read, so you read about Young Adjustment. And
oh God!
You have made BCA history, my friend.
Yes, you have.
You have made
so
BCA history.
You want to hear a quick story?
Yeah.
You got him.
We love David.
How do I say no to that?
See this guy behind me?
Yes.
So he's my guest. He owns shopping centers.
Okay.
Right?
What's his name?
Peskin Real Estate.
Yeah, bring him in.
Keep going.
Right.
Believe me, because he won't leave. So.
Oh, he'll leave.
So.
We had noises for that.
Yeah,
so he's got a pharmacy in one of his centers that he's very close with the pharmacist. So he has. The pharmacist types up a prescription on a pill for me, has it, really looks official and whatever, and has one of his other buddies who's going out to play at Green Valley tape it on the inside of my locker at Green Valley. I open my locker door. There's this pill bottle. It says Viagra, take as needed. My name, everything. I can't. So, and these are my guests. So now you know. This is what you're dealing with.
This is what you're dealing with.
They're good friends.
Yes.
Apparently, very good
yes.
friends.
But
yeah.
I think they know who they're dealing with.
Oh, they know.
Too. Am I right, Joe?
That's why you guys are friends.
They know. This was so nice, guys.
David, thank you for joining us.
It was my pleasure.
And while we were talking to you, someone else slipped in. Do you know this guy?
Anthony the Man, Mongeluzo. Love him. Love him.
Yeah.
How you making out?
I'm good. It's so good to see you.
Did the Viagra work?
I'm not allowed to
We need to
go
record
any
that
further. I can't go any further. I'm sorry.
That's good. It's good. You know, we do have a line.
I'll draw. I actually drew a line.
I mean, we have it. You're getting really close to it. We do have one.
I was gonna say, just to switch topics, this is a pretty little sweet setup here.
Isn't it?
Look
This
at
is nice,
You
right?
can thank
got it
John
going on.
New and Saito PHL.
And today
It's
you're going to
amazing.
feel like a fish, my friend, because we are in the aquarium.
Oh my goodness! But guess what? It's a fish that's driving less. Thank you so much for coming back here.
It's nice, huh?
That's a lot closer.
So apparently people are liking it. You know, I thought Conchi, free parking, all this stuff. No, everyone's very excited. We're back downtown.
Yeah, lots of name
Including
tags.
Anthony.
A lot of people
I know.
coming.
We got a lot of people.
Anniversary edition.
Yep. Back at Saito. Back at Sierra Center.
So, Dave, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're
it's
always
always good
willing
to
to
see
hang out
everyone.
whenever.
Thank
Enjoy yourself,
you.
David.
And now you got somebody with class to take over.
Well, we don't
I
have
don't know about that.
What we don't have is a recording like the one we had for you.
Yeah.
That's what we don't have.
I love you, David.
I love you guys. I'll see you.
See you, Dave.
See you, Mom.
Take care. So I guess, Anthony, before we get started, do you have any stories about maybe pooping your pants or anything? Or
Not since I was a kid. Not since I was
That's,
a kid. Why?
that's
Did-
not a
did I
question
miss that
you
one?
usually ask.
It's not. It's not. But I'll tell you, on a day like today, where you just come off of the segment like that, we should know ahead of time what we're working with.
How much do you want me to drink here? And then maybe
Yeah.
we'll make a new story.
Well, it's funny. It's still early in the event, and this is what we're getting already.
Well, welcome. How are you, my friend?
I'm good.
Anthony,
I'm good. Glad for another
owner of
March Madness.
PCS.
And my sponsor into BCA.
Hey,
So-
we got a few stars. We're trying. We got
Yeah, you do. I see 6 stars on that badge.
One of those is mine. I love it.
and we got Comtech here today
That's
too, our
right.
friends. So happy to have them
Mike
in.
Vertolli, welcome to the family.
New crew,
Yes.
David Rose,
know.
Brio.
We
We
got
just
lots
had
of great people.
some drinks last week, so good stuff.
Yes.
It is.
Lots
good
of new
stuff.
members. It's been an
Lots of new
exciting
stuff.
couple months.
I couldn't believe how many on the invite today when I saw. Make sure you introduce them. I was like, okay,
Oh,
good.
lots of new members, yes.
Yes. And Jolene and I we'll be in a 2-hour deficit when we start to mingle through the crowd.
I know, right?
Yeah. But we have our
We're
work.
doing lots of waves, though.
We are waving.
Everyone's saying you.
We have our work cut out for us when we do get done. So tell us, what's new in your world, my friend?
My God, what's new in my world today is I'm just going to try to stay up all night because I thought I was going to sleep in a little bit today because obviously March Madness, a lot
It's a big
going
day
on.
for you.
and-
I know you're a party hopper today.
And my friends at Fox texted me this morning, so I was at the studio at 7:30.
Oh, my gosh.
Really?
Yeah, it's a long day.
So much for sleeping in.
Bad hack, unfortunately. Lehigh Valley Health Network and some very private pictures of people were exposed by a Russian hacking group, and there's a big lawsuit. And
Private pictures that have nothing to do with their work.
nothing. No, unfortunately, they were cancer patients that had their private
Oh.
things exposed because they allegedly didn't pay their ransomware, and it's going to be a pretty big lawsuit. So you're going to be hearing a lot about this in Philly. So it's awful, but it was news. It was
What's wrong with
news.
our world?
Crazy.
We don't have enough time today for that.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
No. But that's.
So you didn't get your beauty sleep that you
I
needed.
did not.
So how will that affect your late night events?
I don't know. I look good on radio, so we'll leave it at that.
Well, we all look good on radio. How's that?
Well, you sound better.
Well,
but-
Anthony looks good on both. You know, he does a lot of stuff on Fox, and obviously, if you didn't have a face for TV, they wouldn't keep bringing you back.
14 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. Fantastic.
It's wonderful.
12 years now with you guys, by the way.
I know. So speaking of, you've been BCA member for 12 years, you know, amazing loyal member, but I know you're a party hopper today. You know, March Madness is a big day for you, but tell us a little bit about, you know, your history with BCA's March Madness event. You know, what you asked earlier, your shining moment or your favorite
like the
moment.
favorite.
of-
If you go back and think of year after year, what was like that one? Like, is there one particular moment that stood out to you at one event?
Man, I wish there was that one moment. Like, there's been so many great times here. I mean, we've been coming so long. I mean, what I would say is the moment for me for BCA, like, let's forget March Madness. Good friend of mine, Drew Poland, invited me to the group, and you guys were at the Union League. And I just remember seeing, I'm like, I need to be a part of this. And I don't know if you remember, there was a couple IT companies, and I had my Vote for Pedro campaign.
I remember
trying
that.
to get in. So I lobbied hard to get into the group, and I guess at our last renewal, which was maybe 2 years ago, Ralph sent me our initial BCA application, and it was crazy. We had like 15, 16 employees, and now we're at 200. So
It's crazy.
So watching the group go, all the friendships, it's almost like all roads lead to BCA in some ways when you look at just all the relationships and, all the people that you meet. I was at a party right before here, and I said I'm going to the Philly, and people are like, oh, you're going to BCA? I'm like, yeah. So there's probably 20, 30 people just from that event earlier.
Yeah. That's
So-
amazing. Well, you have been a long-time member. I have to share one of my favorite Anthony stories. So when you joined, 2011, 10, 11?
I think it was 10.
10.
I think it was 10 or close to. They're all good COVID. Who knows the years anymore?
So Anthony was our $1 million member.
Oh, that's right. I have that picture still. I showed
Yep.
up at your office with the check. And,
So
yeah.
Ralph told Anthony that we hit, our first year ever hitting $1 million in revenue, and Anthony took it upon himself to drive to the city
Yeah.
and hand deliver that check for our first $1 million year. And we have a picture of me and Anthony with
Yeah.
that $1 million check.
Nice.
So that was amazing.
You know what's funny? So one of my favorite books is a book called Looking Out for Number One, right? And it's a really incredible book. It just talks about like how people in general are like rationally selfish, and if you're smart, you want to be helpful, right? So it sounds like a weird almost like Think and Grow Rich. It's not about money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the book, he talked about when he hit his first $1 million in sales. And I remember my moment. It was a Friday night at 7 o'clock, and he's like, you hit $1 million, you think like the champagne bottles are going to pop, there's going to be balloons. And for me, I was just sitting in my office by myself, and I looked at QuickBooks. I'm like, oh, my God, we did it. And it was like, yay.
That was your celebratory moment.
And it just happens, right? So I was happy to be a part of yours.
Well, thank you for helping make ours a little bit more celebratory.
Yeah, we had some fun.
Yeah, and we continue to have some fun.
And it's crazy, too, just the
Always
connections.
fun.
The connections. I think I sent you to one picture or a couple pictures years before BCA. You and I were in a SNJ BP.
Yep, with Jenny Ryan.
And when I moved 2 years ago, going through my house.
To an amazing house, by the way.
It's pretty cool. But we were at the Eagle's Nest, God, 30 years ago, give or take. And my cousin was getting married there. And little known ESPN commentator, Super Bowl quarterback, Ron Jaworski. I must have been like 8 years old. I think I sacked him worse than LT. I chased your dad down for an autograph, and I still have the picture from. I think I sent
And you
that
still have
to
the
you.
autograph?
It's all there. Oh, it's in a little thing, and found it when I was moving. So I was like, man,
Wow.
Technically, I've known the Jaworskis for 35 years.
Since you were 8 years
Yeah.
old. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You
Well,
two go way back.
Apparently we do. Well,
Right.
no, he said my dad, not me.
Right,
Well,
no,
I
we
mean-
He
got
didn't chase me down for an autograph.
we got a little rowing connection, though.
And the rowing connection, yeah, absolutely.
So you do go way back.
We do go back,
All
yeah.
right, cool.
Yeah.
That's been a long time, though.
It has been.
I definitely knew you before
Anthony's
BCA.
Good, yeah, Anthony's good peeps.
So how has it been so far? I know you've been here for a little bit so far. What are you feeling and seeing out there?
Man, there's a lot of good energy. Walking right in, setting the tone. They had the bar set up. Some of those drinks were pretty interesting too. I grabbed the espresso martini in a can. There's lots of good
Yeah,
stuff.
we do. Thanks for saying that. We have
In a can.
So we have Trinity cocktails.
Yes.
And they do special cocktails in a can. What's the golf drink? I'm not blanking now.
Not the Arnold Palmer, is it?
No.
The John
transfusion.
Daly.
The
Transfusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently that's big on the golf course.
Yeah.
Transfusions.
That's the only time I drink a transfusion.
There you go. Transfusions, espresso martinis,
What's
and
in a
lemonade vodka.
transfusion? Do you know?
I do not, because I'm not
I'm-
really a golfer. So you're asking the wrong
I don't know.
person.
It's purple and it tastes delicious.
It's purple. I know
All
there's
right.
purple.
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna
But we
learn
have
something
Trinity
today.
Cocktails doing samples of their cocktails. We also have the amazing 13th Street Cocktails, and they're mixologists here
Really?
with
Oh,
some mixing up
wow.
some whiskey drinks. And yeah, we got 13th Street's amazing. They have really amazing mixologists who craft these amazing cocktails. So lots of fun over there. We got
Now,
lots.
did they make any BCA themed cocktails?
They did not, because BELFOR is sponsoring our signature drink. So they're all BELFOR themed drinks.
That's funny. We had a mixologist at my old house for the Jersey Man magazine, and I thought it was cool. They came up with the Jersey Manhattan.
Oh, I like
Ooh.
So
that.
I couldn't tell you how to make it, but Tasted pretty good.
I like that. Yeah, these are all BELFOR themed because BELFOR is our
The
sponsor.
Jersey Manhattan.
Yeah, I like that.
And we got to give a shout out to Belfort.
great.
When my building flooded a couple of years ago, Belfort came to the rescue. That was a very stressful time. So,
God, that's got to be stressful.
and I just
And
bought.
they always come at when it's stressful.
Oh, and the funny thing is, I owned the building for like 9 months. I'm sitting there on a Sunday by myself, literally watching my building drip, which I said my building was crying because I think I was crying on the inside. But yeah, they were phenomenal. They have a long history with my in-laws in the construction business and all that. And yeah, they did a great job during a very not fun time.
Yeah, that's not fun. Well, Anthony, again, we thank you for being with us. And just a quick plug for Anthony. They do an amazing job. They are our exclusive managed services provider, working with all things IT. And you guys have been not just an amazing member, but amazing partner of ours for a long time. And if you ever need any IT support, look up PCS.
Yeah,
Anthony's the man.
There is no better person to
Like
call.
you said, they've grown. How many employees now?
It's crazy. 204.
Wow.
204.
Wow, that's amazing. All over. I know you have more offices than you had when you started BCA.
Yeah, the crazy thing is we just hired our first Canadian worker on Tuesday. We're doing a lot of global incident response, all these hackers, kind of like the story we were talking about earlier. And I think we're going to be in the UK very soon.
Wow, how exciting.
So it's crazy, you know, just looking at the whole starting as a residential one-man shop.
Yeah,
You know?
that's amazing. Actually, quick story, I'll let you tell it, but his first client is one of our members and Phil's usual co-host, Keith Baldwin.
Well, based on your last conversation, we get kind of juicy on this because I saw him at my first BCA event. So what happened was Keith Baldwin, Spike's Trophies, Keith was working very hard. He wasn't even an owner, believe it or not, at Spike's back then, but he was building equity and, really running the show. Well, Keith had 2 young kids and downloaded music back in the day and all that. You get viruses. So I would be at their house quite a bit. Well, the neighbors started telling Keith, like, hey, maybe you're working too much. This young guy's coming to your house all the time. Everything okay? So I never met Keith, but there was pictures of him around the desk and all that, and I didn't know he was a part of BCA. We're at that Union League event I mentioned earlier. Keith comes walking in, and I see the name tag. I see the face. I feel like almost like seeing someone on Facebook now, right? I said, Keith Baldwin, I'm Anthony Mongeluzo. I'm your IT guy. He's like, I'll clean it up a little bit. He's like, oh, so you're the guy sleeping with my wife? And I'm like, I was a younger guy, so a little easier to fluster back then. I probably turned bright red.
How many shades? A few shades of red?
Tomato. Tomato. So that was the first. That was the first time I met Keith Baldwin.
Yeah. You and Beverly. All right. now we got the real juice.
See, this is the fishbowl. This is the fishbowl effect.
Typical Eagles fan, causing chaos, being mean.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
There we go. We'll pass it to you.
Man.
It's getting real.
Looking good. You didn't bring me a drink,
You
Joe?
are looking good.
He is looking good.
Damn.
Man, Joe blew in here like a tornado.
That's the way I come in.
Skinny Joe.
I think the door just opened for him. I didn't even see him open the door.
That's it.
What's up,
You
brother?
just come and
How we
everything
doing?
opens.
What are we doing?
We're talking.
We're talking.
That's it?
We're talking. We're live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook right now.
Is anybody listening?
Well, that's a good question.
We don't know.
We have no idea. We might be just talking to ourselves for
Okay.
all we know.
Ah, good. We're used to
But
that.
we
A
are
lot
now
of people
graced.
are going to listen afterwards.
We are
think,
now
you know.
graced with the presence of Joe Gaglioti, owner of Joseph Anthony Retreat Spa and Salon. Hey, Joe.
Take it over, Joe. I'm leaving you.
Or
Oh,
Joe-
you're done?
This is all about you
This
now,
is,
right?
Well,
this
I
is
mean-
short form, baby. This
Yeah.
is in and out.
This is in and out.
We're
I'm
moving.
not, I'm not taking your time. You go do it.
All right, you
It's all
got
about
it.
you now, Joe.
Thank you,
All right.
Anthony.
Where do we
Thanks,
start?
brother.
Well, let's start with a big congratulations.
Thank you. For
Little girl.
a new little
New
addition
little
to the
beautiful
Gagliotti.
girl.
Congratulations.
Mila Bliss.
Love the name.
Yeah. Yep.
Love it. And she
So-
is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So fun.
So,
So you're back in the thick of it now.
Oh my God, it's insane. It's nuts.
Did you just?
February 28th.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So how much did you sleep last night?
Not much. Not much. It's nuts. It's crazy. So all good.
It's all worth it.
So tell us what's new in your world, other than obviously the big news we just talked about.
So that's it. Excited for this whole weekend. Excited for today. Nice. I'm glad it's back here. I love this space.
So that's the
I mean,
consensus.
it was great.
Nothing.
It was nice in Conshohocken.
Yeah.
But I like it being here. It's more.
That's the
I like
consensus
it.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's very happy to be back in Philly.
Yep. No mixed drinks though.
Yeah.
No vodka here.
Yeah, you didn't visit the Belfour bar.
You didn't get all the way back there
Yeah,
yet.
the Belfour bar. We have transfusions and espresso martinis.
I'm out of here. I'll see you guys.
You just didn't go to the right places.
So you've been walking around. Give us a
Not
feel.
not that much apparently.
Well, a little
Well, I
bit.
saw the espresso martinis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give us what's
going
the
on
vibe?
out there?
Yeah, tell us what's going on out there.
You know, a little quiet right
Yeah.
now, but people are starting to roll in. Met a couple new members.
Nice.
Exterminator. What's her name? I can't remember.
Oh, they're applicants.
Applicants.
Yes.
Applicants. They're not a
Miley
member yet.
Cunningham,
Miley
Pest Control.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, that's it. I mean, but no, good feel out there. You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day.
We're getting good feedback
Yeah.
from every angle. Right
Are you
there.
guys
Yeah.
in here all day?
No.
No.
We're out at 2:30. We have Steve Jeffries. Oh, it's almost 2. We got Steve
Steve's
Jeffries
coming.
popping in around 2:00, and he's gonna roam the crowd and do some interviews in the crowd.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So and then we're done at 2. We're out at 2:30.
All right.
So we can go enjoy ourselves a little bit.
Who else? So are you guys just doing interviews today, or what?
Yeah,
we're
we're
talking to people. Like, for example, we're going to see somebody, then we're going to pull them in here in a minute.
All right.
We've had some people come by that we want to pull in, but we've been in the midst of having conversations with great guests like yourself.
We had John New talking about the new
I saw John New in here.
venue. Alan.
Did you see me flash everybody?
Oh yeah, yes,
I mooned
yes.
everybody in the
It's
window.
a good thing this is
you
only,
or your back was.
This
to
is
me.
only audio, and a good thing my back was to you.
Yeah. I'll show you later.
Okay, good. I'm sure people got pictures.
These are the aquarium seats on this side.
See that's good.
You can feel like a fish over here.
That's it.
And I feel like I'm missing everything.
So I'm liking the BCA radio.
Yeah?
I
Do you
am.
listen
Which
to
ones
it?
have you heard?
I listened to Jolene. I listened to Lipstein. I listened to who else did I? I only listen. Who was the other one I listened to?
David Horowitz.
David Horowitz. Yes,
And
Horowitz.
and
I liked Horowitz.
He
He was great. You guys are all good. I like it.
They're all good for their own reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
They're all
Yeah,
good.
Is this our reporter coming in?
this
We got
is-
special reporter, roaming reporter.
So I'm still going to do the earpiece, right, and log into the live feed?
We're live.
Yeah, why are you cutting my time?
Come on, Steve. Come on, join us.
You know, don't you see the light live? Come on. Jesus Christ.
On air. See that, Steve? Steve, join us. Come on. We have Steve Jeffries here, Tri-State Precision. And we didn't I did properly introduce you, Joe.
Yeah.
So we had Steve joining us. Steve is going to be our roaming reporter starting in a few minutes. If you put your headset on, you can hear us. We're very excited. Again, this is the first time we're doing this. So we're just going to, we're going to figure it out on the fly. We're making it work. We're going to try sending Steve into the abyss, into the crowd, and see if he can get some live interviews with people out there and, see what's going on. What's it looking like out there?
Hi, Steve.
It's starting to heat up out there.
Yeah.
People are loving the food. People are loving the drinks.
Oh,
We-
yeah,
we
12th
have-
Street.
Yep.
Shout out.
So,
Michelle Leff.
like everything with BCA, it's just done so well. People are loving it. A lot of relationships being formed out there. I've already seen. It's always the best day of the year for fun and business.
Yeah. It's a
It
great
just is.
combination.
It just
Agreed.
is.
Fun and business when you mix them together.
I mean, what better day is there?
Like, what better is there?
Yeah.
So, Joe, we
Yeah.
want to thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you stopping by to
Thanks
say
for
hi
having
to
me.
us.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
Gags,
was-
congrats again.
Thanks. Thank you.
Give me a
Joe,
kiss.
can you do
got
me
it.
a big favor when
Yeah.
you go out there? Can you have someone send in one of these?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, thank you guys.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Joe. Enjoy yourself.
And Steve, so what we're going to do is we're going to send you out.
I'm ready.
And where's that mic? You have it?
I'm ready to lose my roaming interview virginity.
Oh, yes. You've never done this before, I guess.
Not roving.
We're going to see how this goes.
Check. All right.
I have some interesting questions that I'm going to put people on the spot with. So
Oh.
we'll see how that goes, too.
All right. Love
So
this.
why don't we, hey, Jolene, why don't we try this? Let's send him out,
All right.
and we're going to follow him out there.
All right, talk soon.
Talk soon. And you're live right now. Go find. You're on.
Yeah,
find
you're
someone
on.
to talk to, baby. Let's do it. In
All
the
right.
meantime,
You're gonna hear
while-
the crowd out there now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Here
Oh,
we
we're
go.
getting in the action now.
Now we're in the action.
I love it. see who he can find, see who
Yes.
can pull in. Again, we have some amazing people here today.
So what we found out, Jolene, is that we had an earpiece for him to hear so we could talk to him, but there are so many people here and so much phone interference that it's playing havoc with our...
Well, at least we can hear him. That's what's most important.
all right, we'll pick
If
him.
we hear him,
We'll
we're all
take-
good.
Yes,
He doesn't need to
agreed.
hear us.
Agreed. So,
What an amazing start to this event. And
I
we're
know, this is...
2 hours in. I've really enjoyed doing this with you.
I am enjoying this as well.
I mean, this is
Time
fun.
flies
Time absolutely flies.
when we're doing
So
this.
I have to get a little plug in. You know, we said we would talk about Coaches First Cancer, and I just want to thank them for their partnership since 2014. It's been an amazing partnership, and we are honored. You know, we get together every year on this opening day of March Madness, and there are a lot of successful people in here who have the means to give back and want to give back, not just the means, but the desire to give back. And we get together and we build relationships and we drink and watch basketball. Everyone wanted to have, a community give back that's part of this day. And in 2014, we partnered with Coaches First Cancer. And I'm so honored to be able to say that since then, we've raised over $65,000 for Coaches First Cancer. And it's amazing. It is, it's a big part of BCA. It's not just, relationships with each other and the members, but our relationships with the community at large and the charities and the nonprofits that we get to support through everything that we do. So it is an honor to be able to raise those funds. And I know it's only, a chip in the bucket for, what's needed and the funds that are needed to raise, to fight cancer. And it's, it touches all of us, but it's a little part we can play, and we're very honored.
I think it's amazing. I want to thank you for doing that and leading the cause and leading the effort in doing that. I mean, it's something that I know we all like to give back and do the things that we can. And then this is something that we've been able to build upon. And then to have a number like that at the end of that it's truly amazing.
It's amazing.
It really is.
And the great partners, great people, these coaches doing great things in the community. So, when you partner with good organizations, it's only good things can happen.
Well, I'm getting word that we have a guest out here.
All right. Let's see who Steve's got for us.
Steve, can you hear us? We are ready for you. Steve, can you hear us? We're ready for you. I hear you.
All right, here. We're standing with our first roving interview candidate with my man, Chris Young from Camfred Construction. Chris is a man about town. All I can say is he's everywhere, knows a lot of people, very, very well connected, and we're happy to have you here. Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself and your company before I ask you some other hot seat questions.
All right, well, I'm a Philly transplant, been here about 15 years. Started a general construction company about 6 years ago, also a developer. We do commercial, institutional, healthcare, and large multifamily construction.
I love it. So you're out here having a great time today.
Absolutely.
We're watching March Madness. What else would you be doing? You'd be doing this, on your own, so you might as well get together. So the end of March Madness, they always play one shining moment. In your sporting career, I know it didn't go professionally. What was your one shining moment in sports?
State finals in high school tennis.
Wow, didn't think we were going to get a state finals poll, Mr. Young. Wow, a tennis guy. All right, craziest thing you've ever done in public?
That can't be said in public.
I understand and respect that. All right, we're kicking it back to the booth, and I'll grab some other contestants soon. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. I love how he called them contestants,
I know.
as if this is a game show.
I know. State final tennis. We don't know what state, though. He said he's a transplant to Philly. So
and because of this little technical glitch that we have, we were supposed to be able to ask questions.
But see, now I want to go meet Chris.
Absolutely.
And ask him about that state final and what state. See?
Absolutely.
You're teasing the relationship here.
And that is the benefit and core values that we have here at
That's
BCA.
right. I'm going to go find Chris and find out what state and hear about that. But did he say if he won or not? He just said state finals.
Yeah, he says he didn't say if he won.
Yeah, well, hopefully he
If
won.
anyone's listening, send Chris in the studio so we
Chris
can.
Young.
Chris Young, we want to talk to you. We have further questions about your.
Yeah. So before we get Steve back out here, I'm going to turn the mic on Phil a little bit because Phil has never been interviewed. You know, because Phil and Keith are our hosts, they've never been interviewed. So
I didn't know this.
let's start with March Madness. What is, you're asking everyone else these questions. What do you, and you're a fairly new member, but do you have a favorite moment from March Madness events?
I think last year was my first because
of COVID. Because of that thing.
Yeah. And so it actually was quite an amazing event for me because what was interesting is that, we all kind of get dressed up when we go out and do things like that. And this was like, no, you want to wear your
sneakers. And it's like going to a basketball game.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. I met a lot of people, and it was a really cool time because as I was learning to, meeting people, they were introducing me to their guests, and it was just really, thank you. It was just all around, a little bit of alcohol issue here. But it was all around great opportunity for me, and I was able to bring some guests, and they were able to meet some folks. And so there are relationships from specifically last year's March Madness event that were new at that point that I still have. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So obviously being a new member, you're unofficially considered a COVID member in our eyes because, you joined during COVID, which is unfortunate. But now that we're past, we're back live.
We're in full force.
And even during COVID, there was a lot of things going on. BCA didn't stop. So just curious, what does BCA mean to you?
BCA means, I think it means a lot of different things to me. From a perspective is it provides mentorship, it provides friendship, and that friendship goes as close as family ties in some cases. One of the things that I was told during some of my opening conversations with members as I was in the process of being vetted to come in, I heard this recurring theme on, they kept saying, some of these people are literally like my family now. They're literally some of our best friends. And you hear that and you go, okay, I get that. But what you don't realize is that in short order, after you participate, it literally is true. And then when you now find yourself explaining, how that means to you. So, BCA for me is a mentorship opportunity. It's an opportunity for me to grow my business and meet new people. And just as much as it's been for that, it's been a lot of personal development for me. I've found the journey since I've been here satisfying, rewarding, challenging, and like anything else in this world, you get what you put in, you get out what you put into things. But we really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thank you,
I
Phil.
really enjoyed it, and I still do.
Yeah, thank you. That's it means something different to everyone.
Yeah.
And I like to hear that answer. But
look who popped in.
Speaking of family,
hello.
How are you? We want everyone to hear you.
What's up?
There we go.
Yeah.
What's up? We got Shawn Hizzy in
Shawn
the house.
Orenstein.
Shawn Hizzy.
Yeah, Shawn Orenstein. OneDigital in the house.
What's going on?
You just getting here?
Just walking in.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, perfect. We pull you right in.
I love it.
Pull you right in. So
Place looks great.
OneDigital is presenting sponsor of today's event. Also, our title sponsor for BCA. Long time, since 2008. We've been partnered with them, and literally, Phil is just talking about family. I mean, this is
family.
This is family.
It is family.
Here.
I agree. Yeah.
Shawn is part of our family. Whether you like him or not, they're part of your family.
but Shawn, we didn't even know each other when I came in, but me being able to see you interact with Jolene and how you interact with BCA, that told me a lot, and I didn't even know you at the time.
And we didn't even do tequila yet.
Exactly.
Time to do tequila. I saw Howie Rose and Jason Kelsey do tequila when he said he's staying on board.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's
that's our new trend.
I like
when a
it.
BC member renews tequila shots.
See amazing ideas come out of BCA Radio.
Who is that?
Gilbert thinks so too.
Oh, got it.
So how you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting people and checking out the place. been a while since I've been back here.
Yeah.
So it looks awesome.
Have you been to the OneDigital Lounge yet?
No, I literally just
you literally didn't even
walked
see your
in. I
lounge
gave
yet.
hugs, kisses to people, and then saw Celeste, and she's like, "Come in here."
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so
Hey, do you want to say hi to Steve Jeffries? He's a roving reporter right now.
definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy's got too much energy.
Does he have someone
Yeah.
else out there?
I don't know. Let's find out. Hey, Steve, can
Oh.
you hear me?
Oh, he is.
I can hear you.
Hey, that's great. Do you have anybody for us? We have Shawn Orenstein here.
Steve, what are you wearing, dude? Tell us what you're wearing. Who's your designer?
I'm wearing a beautiful vest, but it's unfortunately not logoed with BCA. Jolene's working on that for me.
I got one for you.
Is it a Vera Wang?
What story are you telling with this?
So, Steve, tell us who you have.
So I'm joined now by Mike Vertolli.
Oh, brand new member.
Yeah.
So
Smell fresh blood.
We wanted to get a special interview going with a BCA new member who I think, Mike, tell me yes or no, this is your first ever March Madness, right? So this is his first March Madness. Mike, say hi to the BCA for us and tell us what you like about March Madness so far.
Well, BCA, I'm glad to be here. This is my first event with you so far. I've met a lot of interesting people, a lot of new guests, and get to see all the members in one meeting. This has been awesome so far.
And Mike, you paid your bill? You sure you're able?
You have to ask your
my
question
fault.
through Steve.
Oh, sorry.
So, Steve, can you ask a question for Shawn?
No, you don't have to ask that question. You don't have to ask that question.
Shawn wants to know
if you've paid your bill, Mike.
I think my account got hacked. I was in a bank in California, and moved it over to a bank in New York, and we'll hopefully have everything open next week.
I love it. So, all right, on the discussion of madness, what's the most maddening thing that's ever happened to you in your life? The most madness that's ever happened to you at one time?
Wow. I think the craziest thing I see in my life is the amount of scammers in the market. I'm always shocked on all the different things that people go through to try and be dishonest.
Love it. So his answer was scammers. Who are you rooting for in the tournament, Mike, before I let you go?
I'm thinking Syracuse.
Syracuse.
All right.
The end of the Boeheim era. I love
We
it.
love
Not
it.
Penn State? What's up? You don't think Penn State's going all the
We're
way?
gonna throw it back to you and look for some other guests.
Hey, Steve,
Thanks,
thank
Steve.
you. We appreciate it. How great is it to have Steve out
I
there
know.
doing this?
I like that you can hear what's going on. I feel like we're literally in a fishbowl, like stuck in here, not knowing what's going on out there.
Why is Nicole making out with Kent right now? Isn't that like inappropriate? Don't you think?
Phil is obsessed with his sound machine.
What I don't know if I've ever played this one, but this one is actually a BCA driven. Dewey Tooey 22.
Okay.
That was Mr. Ryan. Mr. Ryan Dugan. Hi.
All right, we have lots of people joining us right now.
Look at
Chris
this.
Early with Liberty Inspection Group.
Hi, Chris.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Chris,
Welcome.
Chris Early into his house.
What's up?
Yeah.
How's it going?
And Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Oh, he's not allowed.
He's drinking too much.
What's up, Ken? How are you?
What's up?
Good.
What are you drinking? A BELFOR signature drink?
Yes.
What are you drinking?
The BELFOR signature drink.
Okay.
That looks like Miller Lite. What are you talking about? That looks like Miller Lite.
With salt.
I'm having a Pottsville special.
Old fashioned.
It's delicious.
Nice.
It's got some espresso and it keeps you just on that
On that edge?
line. Yes.
Nicole, how is your liquid hydrogen infused ice cream? Have you tasted it yet?
It's amazing. The raves. It's amazing. The raves are the
Ruse.
Well, the roofs are rave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. It's good.
The roofs
It's
are
good
raving.
and people like it.
It's amazing.
How did that get into you?
People are liking it.
Not my jam. See ya. Love you, kids.
Hey,
Thanks for popping in, Nicole.
Nicole's.
Rife Real Estate Group.
Yeah, I
Campus.
like the 1 star on your badge. It's great. Good job.
Oh.
It's only been 12 years.
Oh! Throwing a little shade over here.
Shawn, are those stars legit, dude?
No.
No, he went to
they're
Staples.
They're like double of them. They didn't have enough room on my badge.
Every time they put one on his forehead, he peels it off and puts it
Yeah.
on his thing.
Yeah.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
How's it going?
We're good.
What are you guys talking about here? Just the random passersby?
Yes.
Hey, would you
We're
like?
gossiping about everybody walking by.
Would you like to say hi to Steve Jeffries? He's roaming around.
Oh, what's up, Steve? You got your headphones
Well, hold
on?
on a second. Hold on, Steve. Can you hear Chris Early's here? He said hi.
What's up, Steve?
Oh, I can hear Chris Early loud and clear. Hi, Chris.
How's it going, dude? You got headphones on? You're listening to this whole thing?
I'm listening to everything, so don't talk bad about me in there.
Never would.
What's going on out there,
I
Steve?
have a special guest with me.
Who you got?
And so it's a friend of mine, and happens to also be a new employee with DDP Roofing, Caroline Dentino.
Ah.
Okay.
Hey, Caroline.
And she's standing with me, and she's going to say hi. Caroline, how's it going so far with the new gig?
It couldn't be better. It's wonderful.
Awesome. So Paul hasn't run you out of the office yet?
No, we have nothing but wonderful meetings every day
That's
in the
awesome.
office. Yeah,
I believe you. I do.
What's the favorite part of the job so far?
Reuniting with a bunch of people I used to work with, and I joined DDP because of Paul, and learning about all the different types of roofing has been fun.
I love it. So Caroline is a serial salesperson, has been doing it for a long time, and is really good at it. So the fact that you've been doing sales, you've met a lot of people. What is the absolute worst quality in a person?
This is fantastic.
Dishonesty.
Really? Is that bad?
Dishonesty.
Dishonesty. Wow. I think Billy Joel sung a song about that. Can you sing that? Can you sing that for us?
That one. I don't know that one.
Why don't you sing it for us, Steve?
Honesty.
Still know it.
Okay.
Who's Billy
All
Joel?
right. But she does have a voice. She does have a voice.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to let her enjoy the rest of her March Madness here, and we're going to throw it back to you.
Thank you, Steve. We
You got
appreciate it. Yeah. How great was that?
Is he just walking around
Yes.
with a
Yes.
microphone, just
Yes.
randomly like interviewing? Does
He's
he have a
waiting outside the
script?
bathroom. That's
No.
what he's doing. So as people go to the bathroom,
That's
he
a good
grabs
time to
them.
hit him up.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. So how'd it go in there?
Number one or number two?
You can't
He's the
make
right
it
guy
that
to have a
hard.
microphone with.
No idea.
I know. He is.
We should have the roving bathroom reporter. That'll be the next
Oh.
one.
Yes, that would be quality entertainment.
Oh, that,
We need David Horowitz to handle
yeah.
that.
By the way, what is the Horowitz connection from his BCA podcast? It's supposed to be something here, right?
Oh,
Apparently,
my
did you
friend.
listen to his podcast?
I did not.
Well,
Well,
you're gonna have to go back and listen to this because we replayed his interview, not the whole interview, the 4-minute clip that led to the bathroom sponsor.
Oh, he's the
I was
bathroom
totally making
sponsor.
that up. I had no idea.
Nice.
He really is. Check out the bathroom, and you'll see David's face.
Hold on, in the girls' bathroom or
Both.
the boys' bathroom?
Both.
when you hear him scream no like
And
this,
the gender-neutral bathroom.
Oh, does Jolene
when you hear him scream no, you'll know that you've reached the right part of the podcast because he's about to unveil something.
And he
that
looked over.
will
Oh no, does Jolene know this? Am I allowed to say this?
and the whole bathroom sponsorship falls right into place.
Well done.
You're gonna
Well
have
done.
to listen to.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go in the bathroom though too.
Okay.
And it's
yes.
safe.
and check out David's face.
Okay.
And,
Now-
young adjustment everywhere in the
Now,
bathroom.
what I did hear is that Larry cut the picture out and put it on his name tag.
Well, there's stickers of David in the
Oh,
bathroom, so
stickers.
he took one.
sweet.
and put it on
I
his
haven't
tag.
seen it yet.
So those urine cakes, there's actually Dave's face. So you can think about
Oh,
it.
that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Right.
Next year, yes.
Yeah. Dave's a sponsor of the urine cakes.
We're gonna have to charge more for that sponsorship.
Well, once we get a bakery, then that make a lot of sense, right?
Right. I haven't heard that term urine cakes in forever, man.
I couldn't think of the word. I think that's
No,
what it's
that's
called.
accurate.
Oh,
Yeah.
they are
That is
called.
accurate?
No, they are.
I think
That's,
so.
yes, they are called
What else
urine
you
cakes.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're the home
Thank
inspector.
you.
You would
Urinal.
know.
Urine cakes. 100%.
Hey, they're called urinal cakes.
By the way, that is an open category right now. If you know any urine cake company,
Nice. That was great.
Yeah.
Urine cake manufacturers.
right? Yes.
Brand new focus. Ralph, get on it.
Oh, hilarious. Hey, guys, let's check on Steve. Let's see if what's going on with him. Steve.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing with somebody that needs no introduction. David Neff, is standing next to me, and everybody knows because guess what? Neff knows, right? That's the hashtag. David, why and how did you come up with Neff knows, and what does it mean, and how's it been for the company?
It's been great for the company. Steve, I'd first like to tell you how much I appreciate you being here today. I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate everything that you bring to BCA. You
Neff?
are an excellent member, board member, and your leadership on the real estate peer group has been phenomenal.
Wow. Wow, that is so awesome. It's just a shame I'm going to have to ask him some embarrassing questions after that.
Hey, Steve, we have a question for David.
You want me to answer your question?
Go ahead, guys. What's the question for David, and I'll tell him.
We'd like to know what his blood alcohol level may be at this particular moment.
They wanted to know after that glaring compliment run to me, what is your blood alcohol content at the moment?
I have not consumed one drop of alcohol today.
Hey now.
Wow, wow, neither have I. So tell us about Neff Knows. Everybody wants to know. It's all over the BCA planet. Tell us about it.
Neff Knows, hashtag Neff Knows was something I created, I don't know, probably 10 years ago, just kind of on a whim. Hashtag Neff Knows when I was involved with social media, and it got a lot of traction. And we kept using it, and then the company rebranded from Neff Associates to just Neff, and we decided when we were getting traction with Neff Knows, I thought it might be a good idea just to get the URL neffknows.com just to have it, or so someone else wouldn't get it.
What a great idea. So now that we know about Neff Knows, let's figure out what Neff doesn't know. So Neff, what year did they stop making the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip?
1974.
But we loved everything else. Thank you so much for the time, David. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Steve. Well, I got to tell you.
What a suck-up.
Steve is like the man.
Steve is the man.
Awesome, and he's great on trivia.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe, Kung Fu grip. I never would have thought of that, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
I don't know if the date's right, but I'm going to go with it. He said it confidently.
He knows. He knows.
What happened to Wendy? She.
I don't know. I think she didn't get a drink.
Wendy was looking for a drink.
Yeah.
A drink. Well, hopefully
Yeah.
she comes back.
She's like, I'm going to stand here without a drink.
Plus, she can't hear anything.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, what's going on?
That is fantastic. Oh, look, someone just flipped me the bird. That's
thanks, Leon.
Thanks, Leon.
Hashtag
Yeah,
BCA proud.
wonderful. All right, so who do you guys have? You have brackets? Fill
I
out a
do.
bracket, yeah?
I have Alabama going all the way for whatever
Alabama?
it's worth. It's an easy pick. But
Okay.
Houston.
Houston, okay.
Yeah, one seed. I know it's tough.
All the money
I know.
riding on that.
I like their colors.
I like their mascot.
That's
Dude, how else do you pick the brackets? Come on.
You don't, yeah.
Right. You know.
well, you could read.
Oh, read. Come on. That's for losers.
Yeah, what did you
Reading's
do?
for losers.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Did you even do a bracket?
I didn't do a bracket.
Did you do one, Jolene?
I did.
Who's the winner?
I have, oh my God.
Marquette.
What? Marquette, yes. Thank
How did you pick?
I'm like,
How
I
did you
read your
pick?
mind. How about that, girl?
Oh, look at that.
That was
See?
impressive.
Yeah, we're
That
there.
was really
We're
impressive.
there. Wow,
Yeah.
that was impressive.
I could have picked
Marquette.
any school.
Yes. Like everyone else. Like
Colors.
no.
That's what
Like everyone
No,
else?
the CBS now has an auto pick where you can
Really?
you can select.
Like an autofill?
I didn't do this, but yeah, you can pick which analyst, which CBS analyst, and it auto populates your bracket with their picks.
Is this the
So
greatest
this
time of
that's like
This is
the most
Chat
lazy
GPT. This is
way
what we did, the
to
same
fill out a
thing.
bracket.
Uh-huh. All right, so you did
I
not
did
do
not
that,
do
though,
that.
but you could have.
I could have.
Don't have to write your own letters. Don't have to write any reports anymore.
Just
All
ask.
AI.
Auto fill your bracket. I mean, how
Yeah,
that takes
it's the
out all the
greatest.
excitement
You don't even have
out
to
of it,
pick
though.
your lottery winning numbers anymore. I mean,
But you don't
it's
have to
just-
share with ChatGPT, which is good. So if you
Yeah.
win, you get to keep it all yourself. I think that's better.
That's true.
Let's talk about ChatGPT. Let's talk about it.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Is OneDigital using that to make any content?
100%. That's how we're answering all of our questions today.
Seriously?
Actually, we are using it.
You weren't serious, were you?
No, I was serious. Yeah. No, we're using it for compliance-related questions and things that come in because it's been a interesting resource to evaluate and look at, and the information is accurate, so it's been helpful. It makes things more efficient.
So
And
instead of going to Google, you're going to ChatGPT? No,
pretty
I'm
much.
serious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're other than Google, we're other news sources that we use or compliance resources. So yeah,
Nice.
it's been good.
You guys using it?
I've tried it a couple
tried
times.
it?
Like,
Yeah.
where I
Okay.
would just type
Just
in,
random
like,
stuff?
write an article about, a good home inspection company in Philadelphia, and it came up with a bunch of shit, and it had our name in there
Oh,
too.
nice.
And it was like a really good, well-written article that I could have taken and repurposed, or
But the
put
best
my own
part, your
flavor
name
on.
was in it.
Yeah.
So I'm being notified that we have a new guest. Hey, Steve.
Oh, I got you. Are we ready?
We're ready, baby. Lay it on us.
All right. So this time I got a double team going on. Yep. I'm standing with the great Larry Cohen. I also have a good friend of his named Eric Green. Eric Green is he's been on TV a lot. He's got a face for TV. Too bad we're on radio. But we're gonna start with Larry. We're gonna start with Larry, and so Larry, how many years have you been a BCA member now, Larry? How many years?
2011.
Since 2011, he's been a BCA member.
And it's the greatest thing I've ever done.
Are you guys hearing me? All right.
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, Steve, we hear you. Sorry.
All right, awesome. So I wanted to pull Larry aside real
What'd
quick
you say?
because he wants to discuss something with the membership that I'm fascinated by. It's called the Hard 75. 75 hard. When I think of 75 hard, so many things come to mind, but not
Like
what he's
what?
about to
Like
say.
what,
Larry,
Steve? What comes to mind for you, brother?
Because my $1,000 block pool, I would love to hit a hard 75 as a winning number and a 3 losing number. That's what I'm thinking about today. In March
What else
Madness,
comes to mind about hard 75?
Offline, I'll tell you about it. But Larry, you tell us what hard 75 means to you.
75 Hard is a program that's a mental toughness program. And for 75 days, you have to stick to a diet. You have to do 2 workouts a day. One of them has to be outside for 45 minutes each. You have to take a progress photo. You have to read 10 pages of an inspirational book and nonfiction, and drink a gallon of water every day for 75 days.
This is unbelievable, and he just completed it. So I think what everybody wants, he completed it now, and now he's graduated on to the next phase of it. But what I want to ask is that in the 75 hard, is there also, it's like Seinfeld when they had the contest for 75 days. You know, you can't. Do you remember the contest in Seinfeld?
No, we forget.
Right.
What happened?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're going to leave that alone. Eric Green's here with me. He liked my joke, so I like him even more now. Eric, who brought you? Larry. So he's a guest of Larry's. You never know with him because other people bring guests, and Larry just knows them anyway, so you never know. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and why you're on TV time.
Chief Investment Officer of Penn Capital Management. We manage institutional assets in the Navy Yard in Philadelphia, and also sit on the board of a couple casino companies.
Wow. So I'm sure all you're talking about now is the banking stuff going on, right?
Everybody's interested in what's going on with the banks. We think it's a bit of an overreaction, and it creates an opportunity for investors.
Awesome. Well, listen, we're happy that you came. We're happy Larry brought you. We're happy that you're having a great time at your first March Madness, and we hope to see you again. We're going to throw it back inside the booth.
Hey, Steve, we have a quick question for Larry. Does
They have another question for Larry, so hold on, Larry. Go ahead.
We'd like to know if Keith Baldwin's book counts in that daily routine.
Would Keith Baldwin's book count in the Hard 75?
Well, Keith Baldwin's book was the first book that I read.
So it's the first book he read. So the answer is yes.
And I've read 8 books so far.
And he's read 8 books so far. My mind's blown.
Well, thank you for letting us know that. We appreciate that.
75 hard.
Thank you, Steve. We'll be back to you in a second.
Yep.
Well.
I
Did you know that?
I could never do that.
Yeah, I think that would be. How about you?
Never blow Steve's mind. No, I don't think I know how to do that.
Well, while Steve was talking to those guys, we have a very special guest that just popped in on us.
She looks real happy.
I am.
Are you excited to be here or what?
I'm thrilled. I am. Yes.
Wendy Monaco, Allied Mortgage Group. No one cares about your hair because no one can see it.
When I go out there, they will. But anyway.
Put it underneath if you want, like a beard.
No.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out how to put headphones on here.
Yeah.
Wendy, how you doing?
I'm good.
You just getting here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that feel like in your hand? Sorry.
Who is listening to this right now?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody on BCA Radio right now.
We are live.
BCA
We are
Radio
live
right now.
We're live on YouTube,
6 of us.
LinkedIn, and
Wow.
Facebook.
That is so cool.
We have no idea who's even listening, but we don't care.
My mom.
We love each other.
I got here probably 35 minutes ago, and just from the front door to hear. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like the people and.
Did you go to the back room yet? Have you seen the back?
So I, ducked in to get my little water.
To hydrate.
To hydrate.
Cocktail.
And I'm like, I'll be back. This is fantastic.
It's awesome.
So Wendy
Yes, Jolene.
has been a member for a long time. And we
Into
are
my 18th year.
Yes.
That is incredible.
So you've been a part of every March Madness.
Everyone.
What is your shining moment or your favorite moment from March
Wendy's
Madness?
also a founding member, right?
She is.
Yes.
So Wendy's what's called an OG.
Yes.
You know what? David Rose just said you're an old OG. And I said, is that an old goat? And he said, no, it's an original.
It is
gangster.
It is
original gangster.
It is a big
member.
compliment.
It's a big compliment.
So I'm thinking, well, I am an old goat because 18 years ago I was much younger. I had no wrinkles and.
Can you sing better now than you could 18 years ago?
No.
Really?
No.
Stronger then?
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
So March Madness, favorite moment?
Guess who's in town tonight?
I know. We'll hold that.
Wendy. Wendy.
Wendy's in town?
No. Spring season.
Oh,
Springsteen's
yes.
in town. But anyway.
What's that song again?
Born to Run.
Oh, Born to Run.
Oh, Springsteen's in town.
Yeah.
Who's that girl about in that song? Who's the girl about?
Come on, Wendy.
Wendy,
tell
let
us.
me in. I want to be your friend. I want to guard your dreams and visions. But anyway, that's.
Do we know that, Wendy? Do we know that, Wendy?
Who is that, Wendy?
I didn't.
Isn't that
this is something I learned
That's
like
for
a week or
another
two.
time.
I heard this.
We
a
have
week
plenty
or
of
two
time.
ago.
No, we don't.
We're not going anywhere. We're here till
No,
7 o'clock.
It's fine.
What does it mean when he wants to let you in? How does that work?
Pretty funny. Anyway, we were talking about March Madness and I think that what I tell the new members is because this is our biggest event. Yeah. Our most populated event. I always come away with at least two great relationships from this
New
event.
relationships?
New relationships
Yeah.
from this event every year. So,
Because you really have time to spend to get to know someone.
You do. It's a
not like
7-hour
yeah,
event.
it's not like our breakfast where you,
15,
hey, nice
yeah.
to meet you.
It's
We'll
speed-
catch up sometime.
Let's
Remember?
go sit. Everybody sit down. Yeah.
Also, remember when we did speed dating? That was a
You know,
great
we've tried things over the years.
I know.
Some things failed.
But no, I don't think that failed.
no,
I
it's
think
a-
it was good.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like where we are with breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's-
have no time to talk
Yep.
to anyone.
Yep.
So I think this is a long.
Yeah, you have time to really build relationships
Yeah.
and
we look
really
for-
talk
Before
to
you need
people.
them.
We look forward.
Before you need them,
before-
right. And that's what you do. You build before you need them.
And
You're
have you-
not. You may come in expecting nothing, but you walk out
Yeah.
with, some great contacts.
Absolutely. There's amazing people here.
Wendy, would you like to say hi to Steve Jeffries?
Where is he?
He's.
I was just with him with
Hey,
Larry.
Steve, we've got
I'm
Wendy
here.
here, and she wants to say hi to you.
Hi, Steve.
I'm here. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you
We
hear me?
can hear
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I am
Fantastic.
live. I am live from the BELFOR bar, and I wanted to grab some people and give you guys a little insight in the booth on how the BELFOR bar is going. But Wendy,
cool.
what was your question?
Give us some insight, Steve. I think that's great.
Okay, so I'm standing live here at the BELFOR. It's wildly popular. They have 3 different options for you. I think it's actually 2 options. They go either with an old-fashioned or something with a tequila, but people are loving it. It's well-branded with one of our best members, Daryl Tuno and BELFOR. It's got a whole team here. Unfortunate Daryl. But I wanted to go out. Guess who I'm standing with in the BELFOR bar live with PJ McMahon. PJ, say hi to the group.
Hey.
Hopefully everybody's having a good time. You got to over here to the BELFOR group. I promise to get you in the front of the line.
$100 if PJ goes streaking through the place here. $100.
Right by the window. We
Yeah.
want BCA Radio window.
At 100 if he doesn't drink his Miller Lite out of a can today.
Oh, he's got the Miller Lite working. And Wendy, I heard you an OG, and I know
Yes.
that McMahon Auto is also an OG. PJ's dad knows something about being an OG, but tell us
For
about
sure.
Because for the non-OGs, they know PJ as Bancorp now. So tell us how it's going.
Bancorp's going great. We have vehicles in over 50 states at this point, and we're finally starting to see more inventory pop up. and the rates are hanging in there and hitting the numbers. So
for anybody that's been looking for cars recently, everybody knows the ups and downs of it. So it's awesome that you guys are doing great. I appreciate you spending some time with us. So why I do have you, what was your favorite moment that you've ever had, ever, in a March Madness?
I think my favorite moment was Holly Adams from Kistler Tiffany Benefits.
OneDigital, thank you.
I don't know where this is going, but let's hear it.
So it was around 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and we decided to hit the town. We got home around 1 in the morning.
Wow.
With Holly, our cruise director from Kistler Tiffany, and it was just great. Met
OneDigital.
hundreds of people and made a lot of great relationships, and those were some of the best relationships I made at that after hours.
After hours till 1 a.m. after a March Madness, relationship building. And guys, they might have done the 75 hard too. I don't know.
Because 7 hours isn't enough.
We're kicking it back to the booth. But just to let you know, guys, the BELFOR
That's a
bar
lot,
is popping.
75 hard, isn't
The
it?
Quality Express coffee station is popping. Dr. Lenny just got here. He's in line in full scrubs. He just
Of course he is.
Full scrubs. I mean, are you kidding me?
He's
What an
giving
animal.
adjustments
What an
on the
animal.
spot, right?
Dr. Lenny, say hi to everybody on BCA Radio.
Hi, everybody on BCA Radio.
Dr. Lenny, what's up,
Lenny.
brother?
What's
You're
up,
the greatest.
Lenny? What's up?
Is there ever a time, at least not in your own special time, that you don't wear scrubs?
Not during the workday, but yes, often.
Not during the workday.
So, Jolene,
After
when
hours.
when you're ordering me my new vest swag,
Yes.
I think that we need to get, like, we need
Scrub-
to get
BCA
some
scrubs.
We need to get some scrubs for him, and on the back put hashtag BCA proud. That's what we
BCA
need to do.
Scrubs. Coming
BCA
at you,
Scrubs.
coming at you, Dr. Lenny. BCA Scrubs.
You got it. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Steve. We really appreciate it. Steve is doing a great job.
Yeah,
we have
Steve-
a really special guest.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
can't
Oh
believe
my
Steve
God.
hasn't found him.
I know, but we
Yeah.
found him first.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I
That's
want
so
Shawn
cool.
back.
well, we're super excited. This is big time. Right
This seat
now.
is all warmed up, baby. Oh, Shawn Shawn must have been fired up.
Or doing something else.
Welcome,
No comment.
Ron. Welcome, Ron Jaworski.
Great to be with you guys. You're having way too much fun out there watching through the glass.
We're
You guys
having-
are laughing
we're
and
having
smiling.
fun.
Another BCA great event, March Madness. Everyone's having a ball.
Amen.
Did you see our roaming reporter out there?
I saw everybody. So people,
Well,
Did
Steve
you see
is
Steve Jeffries?
roaming with
Here,
his microphone.
give us a little sound, Steve.
he's roaming.
He's
Hey,
right
Steve,
there.
do you
He's
want-
right
Oh, there he
outside.
is. There he is.
There he
Yeah, oh boy, we're in trouble.
Rolling.
Steve,
Rolling.
is that Mr. Roaming?
Yeah.
Go stir up some business.
So so he's now dancing in front of the fishbowl. But thank you, and we're happy to have you here. So, what's the vibe out in the room right now?
Spectacular. A lot of people watching the game. A couple close games out there too. A 1 and 16 battle going on, 2-point differential. But people are having fun. They're having a drink, having food, watching the game, socializing. This event has grown through the years. I know, guys, Jolene, probably over 1,000 people going to be here today. It's just it has just grown incrementally each and every year, and everyone's just getting together, having fun. We went through some tough years, with COVID and everything else, and now seeing
That's
people
right.
getting back doing business, and there's some normality to our lives right now. And BCA is one of them.
It's starting to feel that way. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
We had Alan Gries here earlier with us, and started in 2009 with Gibbons. We had about 125 people in this location. 120.
No.
That was the first year we did it.
I know, but I think it was more than
No,
125.
first year was 125, and in every single year it has grown to to the point where we're anywhere between 750,000 people every single year.
And Wendy, one of those original members, that is
Absolutely.
really
we
just
talked
a
about
pillar.
that, Ron.
I'm
Wendy-
sure you
Wendy-
did, Wendy.
I'm the OG.
Wendy learned. She
we
learned
just
today.
don't know what OG is.
She learned today what OG means.
Oh, goat.
It's not. It's
No,
Whoa,
she's
no,
not.
no.
She is not an
Yeah,
old
yeah.
girl. We
Press
know
that button.
We know that, Wendy.
It is.
Who
not-
came up with that, Wendy?
is the
Somebody out there. Somebody.
She's the original
The
gangster.
old gal. The old goat.
I don't like anything with an O in front. That's old.
Gangster.
anything-
The
Original gangster.
Okay.
Original gangster.
That's all right.
Yes,
Ori-
that's a compliment.
original
Yes.
works.
That's a compliment.
See, you would put original in far too many times in front of my name. I did originally a lot of things.
You are the original.
You are.
Yeah,
you
I'm the-
are.
You're the original of us.
I am the
Yeah.
original.
Yes.
This was
BCA.
This was my
Yeah.
crazy idea. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Without you, none of us.
Oh.
would be
Yep.
here. None of us.
I wouldn't have met so many good friends
Yeah, but
golfing.
he made it. He made it worth. He made it work.
You had a vision.
He twisted my arm
had a
to come
vision.
back from California. If he
No
didn't
question.
If he didn't do that.
It's a very unique concept with unique people. You know, one business. You know, we're all in business. We all do different things. The chambers and different organizations. And you go into a meeting and there's 8 people selling phones. There's 12 lawyers. On BCA, there's 1, and we all work together and help each other. It's just the growth has been just phenomenal.
Agreed. One of the things that we were asking before you came in, to some of the guests that came in, is you had a particular favorite moment at one of these BCA events over the years, like that really stood out in your mind, like I will never forget that.
That's a tough one.
And
yeah, it really is.
And Alan's was really interesting because Alan's moment is the moment when he looked out as I guess it was a few years in.
It was like 3 years in.
And he looked out to the crowd and just saw it growing, and he knew the potential. For him, that was his moment like that.
This is a special group.
Probably, I always like the breakfast in the evening because it's kind of off the wall fun. You know, I mean, our breakfast meetings are a little more business oriented, and people are getting to say hello to everybody. But the breakfast in the evening, we've had entertainers, and it's just a fun night. And it's kind of like, okay, we grind it out 5 days a week, 50, 60 hours a week. We're up early in the morning, working, doing what we got to do. And all of a sudden, it's 6 o'clock at night. Now you got a cocktail. Now you got your friends. And it's just loose and fun. And you get to see people kind of in a different light, which is it's like the breakfast on the evening before the breakfast is always very casual, very laid back, getting to know people.
I thought you were going to say it was the naked hot tub party, the Halloween party.
I must have forgot that one.
When you were dressed up as the fortune teller.
Yeah, and the Halloween parties has always been great too. And I'm kind of not like into that. I'm being honest. My wife is like plans this for like 6 months.
I've heard about the Halloween party. I haven't been there.
Your house
I've heard.
transformed.
Oh, well, I don't know how. I'm kind of a neat freak and all that. In my house, and Jolene came in with like a crew. I said, "What the hell are you doing? What are you stuff hanging from the ceiling, the rafters?" I couldn't get to my bedroom. There's so much junk in the house. But it was a great party. Rest assured.
You got to do that to make an epic party.
And we've had some epic parties at your home.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And,
I remember. I passed out too early a few times.
Where was David Horowitz in our bathrooms?
Ron, would you join us in saying hi to Steve Jeffries real quick?
Yeah,
right.
Steve.
Steve.
I am here.
Ron just said hi.
Big Ron, what's going on?
Steve, I'm going to ask you the same question. How you doing out there with the fans, with the media? You doing all right out there? You hanging? You hanging, brother?
We're doing fantastic out here and loving the atmosphere. The atmosphere is getting better by the minute, and I'm standing here with another special guest, Ron, who actually has some product in your golf courses in South Jersey. I'm standing here with Kathy Pires,
yep,
whose husband is a OneDigital employee, Chaz. So
yep.
Chaz.
OneDigital, of course. Shawn is with us as well.
And they were so nice to be one of our drink sponsors today, Trinity Flavors. So you have to hear this story, right? It's one of the best stories that's come out of the pandemic and COVID, because all things came together for them, and they came up with the golf's best drink, the transfusion, and they put it in a can. So thanks again for being here, and tell us the whole story real quick.
Oh, you're welcome. So back in 2020, we launched our first drink for Trinity Flavors, which was a transfusion. And as you know, the whole world shut down right when we launched. However, golf courses were the first to open up. So because our drink is born on a golf course and is well known in golf courses, we set our sights on golf courses. And at the time, we met with the Philadelphia PGA section. We got a partnership with the Philadelphia section, and we started to have our drinks and sell them in all the golf courses throughout Pennsylvania, and then we went into New Jersey and Delaware. But with our partnership with the PGA, every can that we sell, we donate money back to their foundation, PGA Reach.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was so great.
That
And
is spectacular.
Because it was during the pandemic, like I said, the whole world shut down, but it actually was a great way for us to get our product out there because in the golf courses.
I mean, can you guys even believe this? There's a transfusion in a can. I mean, it couldn't be better. How did you come up with the name Trinity Flavors? What's Trinity? The 3 flavors that you have?
Well, so we have 3 flavors. So right now we have the transfusion, we have the espresso martini, which we make with La Colombe coffee. We created that also during the pandemic, and it was really important for us that we stayed hyper local and used local ingredients, and that's why we partnered with La Colombe Coffee. And then we have a vodka lemonade.
I had the espresso martini. It was spectacular. It was spectacular.
Ron says,
Yes.
Ron says that the espresso martini is spectacular.
You need the espresso.
Instead of coffee, you do an espresso martini.
Yeah. She's been a great sport, guys, and the booth is over there packed. She's got a line at the booth, and we're going to let her get back to it. Kicking it back to you guys. Thanks so much, Kathy, for doing
It's a great product. You know, as you guys know, I'm in the golf business, and we played over 300,000 rounds of golf at our golf course. So they hit the right market, because when you're on the golf course, you're either getting a beer or something cool. The hard ciders and things are kind of
why the transfusion? Why is that a golf drink? Why is that now?
What's the history of the transfusion?
Good golfers are alcoholics. Okay. That's the only reason. Okay.
Well, what's the Arnold Palmer? He's got iced tea. So he came up with his drink.
John
Daly's going to throw a little vodka in it.
Yeah. But the transfusion has become like the golfer's drink.
It's always been. I have no idea why. But it's very popular.
But more than a Bloody Mary.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's you've been awesome. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
Steve,
you could have brought some transfusions in for us.
To be with you guys.
Thank you.
Steve is signing off. Thank you, Steve.
He's going to get his own transfusion.
He's going to get a transfusion.
Steve did a fantastic job.
Yes,
Thank
he did.
you.
Dylan in the house. How are you? Good to see you. Dylan Orenstein, Shawn's son.
Whoa.
Hey, Dylan.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Talk about family and yes.
Building relationships. Come on, Dylan. You can take my seat. I'm going to jump out.
Come on
Thank
in,
you, guys.
Dylan.
This is
Ron,
awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
David, where are you going?
Somebody has to work.
Oh.
You gotta believe it, not today.
Somebody has to work.
Boring. You're boring, everybody. Quit boring everybody.
All right, we're gonna be live for about 10 more minutes because we got people coming in, left and right. But Dylan, sit down. We want to talk to Dylan. Because you talk about family and you talk about BCA is family. Dylan Orenstein, Shawn Orenstein's son. Literally, you were in freshman. No, I don't even think you were a freshman in high school. And Shawn asked me to sit down with Dylan because what freshman in high school is thinking about what do I need to do to prepare my future and my path and what college I'm going to and what I'm going to pursue? This kid is amazing, and I don't know any kid in their freshman year who would be thinking about that stuff. Let me help you out here.
Okay. They're like backwards. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
So it's been a long time since I met Dylan, but we have watched Dylan grow and grow up. He recently graduated from Penn State, correct?
Yep.
And Dylan, tell us what you're doing now.
Yeah, so I just started a couple weeks ago at ADP. So right now I'm going through training, just learning about the tech, their sales process and everything. So yeah, it's been a good start. It's definitely a really new experience for me. Still kind of like setting in that it's not like childhood and school anymore. It's
that you
totally
have to get up every day and go to work?
Yeah, it's a different environment
You have
for sure.
responsibilities now?
Yeah, a lot.
When did you graduate?
So I graduated in May.
Okay.
Penn State grad.
Yep. So my son is graduating, and my daughter as well are graduating this spring.
Okay.
And kind of right there in the same boat you are. My son has a job that he's got lined up ahead of time. So yeah.
And it truly
yeah,
is.
Thank you.
It's
You're
amazing because this is what BCA is all about. Like we wanna help not just Shawn and OneDigital succeed. We want to help Dylan succeed. Shawn is family, so you are automatically family. So Dylan's here today to build some relationships and get to know some people. You're entering the work world now. It's like real life.
Yeah, it's definitely real life. It's just crazy. It still is like kind of processing, just doing these like networking events and stuff. But this is definitely like the space that I want to be in and people that I want to be connecting with and kind of the stuff that I want to get into. So I'm just looking forward to meeting people.
So the best places to be are the ones that are not networking.
Yeah.
He's looking at me like, what the hell are you saying? So in our world,
Educate.
In our world, networking is like a curse word because networking can come off as cold and selfish.
And mechanical.
Right. Like, you walk in a networking event, everyone's like, oh, here, buy from me. We are here to build relationships. because it's truly about what can I do for you? How can I help you? Because reciprocity is a real thing, the law of reciprocity. If you're helping people and you're giving back, everyone's going to want to help you. So that's why we joke and we say networking is like a curse word in our world.
Yeah, and that's what they don't teach you in school, that's for sure. They teach you network, along with a lot of other things.
Instead of give to give and not give to get.
Exactly.
There's a big difference.
You know, and this whole concept of building relationships before you need them, that's the whole key of this organization. That's what Jolene and the team have built. And they've given us this
Hold on, buddy. Hold on.
Sorry, I'm getting all over this dirty, disgusting mic.
Yeah, but no, it's all about building relationships. I'm going to get COVID after this.
Right.
But I'm getting it too.
COVID's over.
I'm getting it too.
But I guess I am too.
Yeah, COVID's over.
Right.
But we're glad that you joined us today, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
And you're just arriving?
Yeah, I just got off the train.
Okay.
So.
Excellent.
See?
Well,
that's
welcome.
Why this venue is also awesome. You can just take the train.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was actually attached to the.
Yeah, it couldn't be more
Don't even
convenient.
have to
it was
go
really
outside.
easy.
It could not be more convenient than take a train to this location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Another plug for Saito.
I agree.
Awesome.
Love it. All right, we'll let you guys go enjoy the event. You haven't even gotten to see anything yet.
Cool. I appreciate you having me on. It's good to see you again.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. We enjoyed it. Thank you, Shawn. Great meeting you.
Good to meet you too.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna be wrapping it up because we want to get out there and have a little
We
fun
do.
and
We
see everyone
do.
out there and not just wave through the windows.
We do. Well, Jolene, what did you think about this show here?
This was a lot of fun. I mean, just seeing and getting to talk to people who are here, you know, this is one of my favorite events, and it's just great to hear that everyone else kind of feels the same way.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we took an electric event and put more electric into it. I mean, it's...
And that's what we try to do each year. We push the limits.
Yeah.
Get people out of their comfort zones.
Yeah.
You know, some people we pulled in here didn't necessarily want to be pulled in here, but we want you to know them. Everyone listening, if anyone's listening, we want you to get to know them. We want you to hear and hear about these stories. Every single person in this room has been successful at whatever they're doing, and there's a story behind it. And that's what BCA Radio is all about, hearing people's stories. And today we got a little bit of a glimpse into some of the stories, but you know, look, this is what life is about. Helping people, getting to know people, and building those relationships.
I agree with you. You couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better myself. I think you said it absolutely fantastic. Let's thank some people for all the things that they have done for us. So let's thank some of the guests. Shawn,
Dylan, John New. I mean, our venue, John New. And the amazing Saito venue, David Horowitz, Anthony Mongeluzo, Chris Early.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks to all those folks for stopping by. I also want to thank our sponsors for today, Rife Real Estate Group. You know, it's unfortunate. Oh, here's Dr. Lenny and his scrubs.
Yeah.
BCA scrubs coming your way, Dr. Lenny. Rife Real Estate Compass Group. We are so excited to have you as a sponsor and your liquid nitrogen infused ice cream.
Thank you.
BELFOR bar apparently popping out there. We got OneDigital, always an amazing sponsor and partner of ours. Quality Express Coffee Station. We have so much going on out there. I haven't even seen it yet. Like,
thanks to Michelle
we need to get out there.
Mazer,
Michelle
thanks
Mazer,
to
amazing job.
Ralph.
Literally pulled this event off.
Yep. Ralph, let's thank Ralph. Let's thank Celeste. Let's thank Bill Evans for helping
Bill
me out
Evans.
at the last
You
second.
know,
throwing
technical
some stuff.
difficulties happen,
Yeah.
and you
And
got friends to jump in and help.
We got friends in high places here,
Yep.
and we
and
are
Phil and Keith, again, thank you for the seed of this idea and making it happen. And we wouldn't be here today doing this without you guys. Keith,
Thank
hoping
you.
you're enjoying yourself out there.
Thank you. So thank you, Jolene. Thank you for everything that you have allowed us to do with this. This is a fantastic venue. We appreciate doing it. I love it. And so everybody, thanks for joining us live. We are out of here. We're going to go literally out of here. We're going to go check out this event.
Peace out. Build those relationships before you need them.
All right. See you guys. Take care.